Hello, welcome to Not So Lonely Nights. I forgot to unmute my microphone. Off to a good start. Anyway, as I was just saying, last we left off, we had just finished the junk heap where we defeated the P-33 robot and the little shade. There was actually an additional cutscene since that stream, because I went to upgrade some of my weapons. It was just Kaine, Emil, and our hero and Vice all talking about why a shade would be protecting a robot. And Kaine kind of being like, yep, it's totally it. Since she can understand shades and knew what was going on. But I now have the Virtuous Contract fully upgraded, Fool's Lament fully upgraded, and the Phoenix Spear almost fully upgraded. I can't actually get the item I need for it until after the ship boss fight. So, it's not required to fully upgrade every weapon in the game, but it is, unless you want the achievement. I'd consider trying to platinum this game, and then I changed my mind. Because a lot of the platinuming is like speed running there's actually one for speed running the game.
Learned anything new about the Shadow Lord's key, Popola?
You know, I was just going to talk to you about that. You remember the Eyrie, right?
That depressing shell of a village?
Not so much anymore, it sounds like. I just got this letter from the village chief. Have a look.
Sorry, adjusting my volumes. Alright.
Sacrifice? Isn't that the name of one of the key fragments?
That's right. I've been trading notes with leaders from every town in the land.
You're amazing, Popola.
This entire affair strikes me as a bit too convenient.
I'm afraid Grimoire Weiss is correct.
What do you mean?
The Eyrie has been shut off from the world for years. And now they've not only opened trade routes, but they freely exchange information about the Shadow Lord.
Yay, Penny! Thank you.
I agree. It seems rather unnatural. And dangerous.
Pen pasta.
You're overthinking.
Ugh.
Besides, I don't care if it's dangerous. I won't get Yona back by just sitting around and waiting. If there are shades there, I'll just kill him and be done with it.
Oh dear.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I guess I won't stop you. Try speaking with the chief when you get there.
We're gonna go murder some more shades. Who remembers this part? I did get the one eagle egg that I needed to upgrade my spear. So, it's okay for me to go do the Eyrie quest. Because I don't need to upgrade any of the other Phoenix weapons.
The Eyrie, huh? Alright, let's go see the chief.
What a soul-crushing place.
How are the sound levels, by the way? I tried to get things as close to the way they were from last stream, so... Ugh. Sorry, my neck is a little stiff. I had a long
I cannot
day of...
fathom that village setting up a mercantile. They must have truly opened their minds.
Yeah, I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
Home? That place is a shithole.
Ooh, the village. It's home to so many terrible little memories, isn't it, Kaine?
Oh, Tyrion.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Hey. But, like, I just had a doctor's appointment today, and I waited an hour in his office before he got to me. So it was,
We do not desire.
Oh.
We do not desire needless conflict.
If we can continue to live with humans,
then we can continue to live peacefully.
But that young man will come.
Yes, the young man will come.
He will kill us all. Women and children included.
Oh man, I should have named myself Anakin.
what should we do? What can we do?
So they already know that I'm gonna kill them all. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, with this outfit, I look like Anakin. Alright. I will see... Nope. No spawns up there. So I just needed to go... Oh, I need to go to the chief's house first. Can't tell you how many times I did this run today, trying to get the freaking egg for my, my spear. So technically speaking, this weapon still winds up being the best one in the game. Better than the one from Automata. They swing at the same speed if you've got enough physical strength.
Hello? We're here from Popola's village.
It's all over.
We came to ask about the letter you sent.
Our days are numbered. Our village is doomed.
As cheerful as ever, it seems.
You're the one who wrote the letter, right?
I don't know about any letter.
What the hell is going on here?
It may be faster for us to take our inquiries elsewhere. Let us ask around. Someone must know something.
But yeah, if you're ever looking for the egg in your own playthrough, it's at the first building right there below the mayor. It'll just appear on the side of it as a regular item. Aries music is really creepy. Which is fitting, I guess, but...
Everyone will perish. Everyone. I'm too scared to trust anyone.
You. I know you.
I swear that's Snake.
You. I know you.
Sounds just like Solid Snake.
Welcome.
Alright. Double
Come back.
checking that there's
Make
nothing
sure
I
you-
need to buy
Come back.
before we do the boss fight.
My weapons may not be.
Of course there are no weapons,
Thanks.
I own them all.
Why not?
And one of those.
I hope you grow some real buttes.
Alrighty. Time to kill everyone.
A letter, huh? Yeah,
I think I heard something about that.
So, you know about the letter?
Maybe I don't. I'm not sure.
Which is it, man?
Oh, and if I may ask, are you friends of Kaine?
You could say that.
Ah, I've heard the rumors. Here to hunt shades, are you?
Indeed. Our aim is to defeat every last one.
Every last one? Everyone? Everyone. Everyone.
Vice!
Beware, this man is a shade.
Damn it! It's a trap!
Hey,
You guys sure are taking your goddamn time.
1,000 apologies. We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
Want some help?
A carnival of murder? I love it.
Carnival of murder.
Kaine, the villagers are possessed!
But not all of them. Some are still human, so be careful.
Just crunching them all. Oh. Yep, and then this is the one where... Oh yeah, it was the sister.
Get out of here! No way! I'm not gonna abandon my own sister!
Kaine, what's going on?
Don't be fooled by this lady. She's a shade.
No! No! You people are the monsters here!
Stay back, kid. Your sister is one of them now.
I don't care what she is! She's my sister, and I love her.
Well, too bad. She's a monster.
Kaine!
Jeez. Again, this is just... Kaine is constantly sucking. And he ran right past... Or she ran right past me.
Stop it! Don't hurt my sister!
It's too late, I already killed her. I'm bad.
What madness. These people are behaving as if we are the villains.
Kaine!
Villagers are under attack over there.
He's a shade. My husband's a shade.
Yep. All of your family are shades. Come on.
What could those black swirls be?
Why are you here? Everything was fine until you showed up.
Yep. Everything was perfectly fine until I got here.
Go away. I can't deal with this. Just leave me alone.
Crunch. That guy died.
What's happening?
Alright, now for this giant bulb thing again, the marker from Dead Space. Too scary.
By my pages. Is this beast a shade as well?
That thing sucked up the villagers.
No! If we keep this up, we're gonna kill them all!
That's what we should do.
You can't let that happen!
No, kill them all. They suck. some.
I feel something from within the creature.
Is this the combined power of all those shades?
It will take more than a barrage of magic to stop us. The first to waver is the first to die. I sense magic coming from the center of that eye.
That didn't go as well as I was hoping.
Wait! I think those are actual people!
Hold nothing back. Those are shades.
Oh. I've done enough damage to push into the next phase. That's why I can't hurt it.
The surrounding tentacles appear to deflect magic. Now, focus your magic on the beast's center.
There we go. Man, it kind of sucks when you're so overpowered that the bosses, you have to wait for the conversation to finish before you can even hurt the bosses. And the tentacles. Heal those special beam cannon. Alright, this is where I have to, like,
Look
run
out!
to the other
Something's
side.
coming!
Its weak point is located around the back. Try attacking it from above.
I'll try to pin it down!
Emil!
I'm a bit quiet.
Emil!
Okay.
I'll keep it busy!
Is this better?
You should be able to attack! From behind! Go around and get it! Please, hurry!
Emil can handle this. We must circle behind the creature at once.
A little better. I don't want to turn the game down too much. But unfortunately, I can't turn my sound up higher.
You must strike it in the eye.
Ah! Hang on.
Did we get it?
It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm coming! Gotta catch my breath!
Careful, Emil. It won't help anyone if we lose you here. God damn it! We beat the hell out of that thing. How can it still move?
Its combined powers are beyond even
It's
my
near the edge
greatest
of my
suspicion.
desk.
Come on! Help me take it out!
I'm on it.
Destroying the area. Yep. That's what I do best. Alright. It's about as low as I'm gonna make the game. There we go. It's been lasered. Oh. New cutscene. Didn't know. You didn't know that?
Emil. Emil, wait.
Oh, it's not a new cutscene, it's the same one.
Emil! He's gone. His instincts have taken hold. The ultimate weapon is being deployed.
Ah, fuck. This ain't good, sunshine.
Tyrion is pretty funny. He's kind of annoying, but things like that, pretty great. Alright, good job, Emil. You killed them all. Uncontrollable magic. I have to protect the people I love. That was my only thought as I unleashed a magic powerful enough to destroy not only the Shade, but everyone else as well. All of them. So many innocent lives. Destroy, eviscerate, crush, kill. These are the dark impulses that overwrite all other thoughts. As a being that was created to be a magical weapon, these are my instincts. Or maybe it's better to call them our instincts. Ooh. Emil's dream. Rampage. A klaxon sounds from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Thick metal shutters drop down, sealing off the room with a series of dull metal thuds. Abort the experiment. Number 6 is out of control. Everyone get out of here now! Get out of here! The researcher's words are abruptly cut off as a massive hand materializes out of the gloom and lifts him high into the air. The researcher begins to scream. He screams and screams, the sound echoing off the walls of the laboratory, until the hand squeezes down, coating the room in a deep crimson hue. The rest of his colleagues stand in silence, mouths open, unable to process what they have just seen. Then a female scientist takes a step back and lets fly with a heartbreaking wail. But this is a terrible mistake, for the sound of her cry suddenly brings forth a monster in all of its terrible glory. Its body is a bloated corpse, its head a grinning skull. And it is massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side as it tromps about the room on all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuverings of some wretched, starving beast. This creature, this thing, is experimental weapon number 6, also known as Halua. No! Oh no, please stop! Oh God, save me! Save me! I don't want to die! One by one, the maddened cries of the researchers are silenced. If number 6 understands their petitions, it pays them no heed, instead continuing its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. After an eternity, the screaming stops. The alarms fall silent. And only then does the creature make a sound, howling out with an unfathomable roar that echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. It's a sound that curses those who had dared bring such evil into the world, and yet one that also seems to be pleading for help. Two sets of footsteps echo in an otherwise silent corridor in the first level of the laboratory. One set belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded and his hands restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. The man drags the boy along by means of a long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrists. Rubble is scattered here and there across the floor of the corridor, making the journey an exceedingly difficult one for a boy who cannot see. Excuse me? Could you please walk a bit slower, sir? You're not used to being blindfolded, and rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, causing the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. This last humiliation proves too much, and the boy finds himself unable to arrest his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples to the floor, smashing his head on a pile of debris and causing a trickle of blood to worm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eyes, causing the falling drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. "Close your damned eyes!" roars the man. "Yes, sir," stammers the boy as he slams his lids shut. He hadn't realized the blindfold had slipped off during the fall, but now he keeps his eyes squeezed shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the black of his vision. The boy is Emil, also known as Number 7. He is a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under their gaze. "Don't look at me," barks the man. "Never look at me." "I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so if you just hand me the blind..." Instead of waiting for him to finish, the man extends one foot and presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. "Sir, stop. You're hurting me." "I told you to keep your eyes and your mouth shut, so do it." The man knows this boy, this weapon, could wipe him out with a single glance, and yet subduing him in this way gives him a sense of relief. After making certain the boy is sufficiently cowed, the man leans down, retrieves the blindfold, and knots it tightly around the boy's quivering head. "Right then, on your feet. Let's move." Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. The blood doesn't matter. The pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job they had set out for him to do. The second level of the laboratory is in even worse shape than the first. The environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent foothold laughable. When the man's eyes linger on a section of rubble stained by a deep red, he has a sudden image of warm, gooey brownies slathered in a strawberry sauce. His stomach lurches at the thought, but when he attempts to avert his eyes, they land on the remains of a human being rendered into what could only be described as paste. The man blinks. His mind goes strangely blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans had to be sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around him. After a moment, his thoughts simply cease altogether, as if his mind realizes that trying to put such a thing into form is folly. "You can go the rest of the way on your own," says the man in a voice much weaker than he wishes it to be. "I mean, what does it matter? You're not even human. You're a monster." With this, the man spins around and dashes back down the hall. A helpless Emil simply listens as the footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. Emil finds himself alone in a room with the stench of death and blood. For a moment, he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squash this plan. Instead, he stands still and listens intently. Eventually, a far-off sound reaches his ears. That's the howl I heard before. Emil resumes walking, using the sound of the distant voice to guide him, almost as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the third level, he is moving on memory as much as sound. His hands and face are covered in fresh wounds from numerous falls. But every time he thinks about giving up, his mind returns to his sister. We studied together. We ate cookies together. We cried together. We laughed together. And sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Our being together allowed me to stay strong. For Emil, his sister was all he had to live for. So holding that feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after the other. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. The howl is very close now, and as he touches the switch that controls the door, he thinks about his mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She is his sister, and he must turn her to stone. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of the experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. His sister lurks before him, but she looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling on all fours through the shredded remains of researchers. As the thing that had been his sister stops and tilts its head in Emil's direction, he focuses his gaze on it. A series of soft crunching sounds emerge from the creature as his magic does its terrible work. First the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. What little color the beast once possessed fades to a dull, ashen gray. And yet, somehow, it summons what strength remains and pulls itself towards Emil at one slow, lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. Is she worried about me? Or is she coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. After all, this was his older sister, the person he loved more than anyone else in the world. Halua, The moment Emil speaks, number 6 comes to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chamber as the siblings stare at each other. I'm sorry, Halua, but everyone says you're too powerful. They say it's too dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. As Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more, number 6 simply waits in utter, perfect silence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The moment number 6's petrification is complete, her memories flood into Emil's mind. The two of them huddling together in the cold, all alone in the world with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother, and yet it was that little brother who, in a sense, saved her. The moment the petrification is complete, Emil sinks to his knees. A frozen sister and a little brother racked with sin. Alone in this cold cage, the two of them weep in a single, silent voice. It was our combined power that destroyed the Aerie. Whole existences, entire lives, even their memories. We took it all. We took everything. My sweet, gentle sister turned into a monster. And the same thing will happen to me now that I have her power. If my instincts as a weapon win out and destroy me in the process, if that power ends up hurting someone I love,
What have I done? I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
But you saved us. If it wasn't for you, I'd all be dead. We owe you.
But I...
It's all right. Really? Don't look back.
Yep, always move forward.
We had best be off.
Yeah.
Alright. Aerie complete. So we have the desert. I think that the desert and the Shadow Lord's castle. I think. Because you get this. I've got this. That one.
Maybe Popol has found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Yeah.
Very well.
Oh, and Seafront. It's not one of the keys, but still have to do Seafront. Oh, so we might actually, if I'm able to get through it quick enough, we might be able to finish Part B. That'd be pretty cool. And then still debating if after this Thursday if we should